In this video, I am showing you a DevOps practice project where I have deployed a simple full-stack CRUD app called Data-, which uses React on the front end, Node.js and Express on the backend, and MongoDB Atlas as the database. I have created the Docker Swarm cluster of 5 nodes, 2 managers node and 3 workers node provisioned on the Vagrant virtual machines, where manager 01 is the leader. I have used Harvard Registry for storing images. And now let's run the virtual machines. Here is a Vagrant file. Okay, let's check the status at first. Vagrant status. Okay, currently machines are in the power off state. So let's run the Vagrant up command to run them. As I created 5 virtual machines, 2 managers and 3 workers nodes. While provisioning, I have assigned the private IPs to each nodes, and I also installed the Docker on each nodes. Now machines are being ready. Also, let's boot the Harvard virtual machine. Let's run the command Vagrant up. I have set up Harvard on separate virtual machine which is running. This Harvard virtual machine is set up to store and manage the artifacts, image artifacts. So let's clear the screen and SSH into the machine. Let's view the IP address of this machine. So it is 192.168.56.10. Okay, now let's run the containers. Okay, permission, let's run with sudo. Now let's see the file structure that I have created under the Dockerized Data- project. So there is client docker stack.yaml file and server. Inside client directory there is a Docker file that is used to build the image of the client. So let's see the Docker file. Here I have used base image Node 20.12.2 Alpine as the base image. So let's see the Docker file inside the server also. This Docker file is used for creating the server image. So Node 20 Alpine is used as the base image here. Now again let's see the Docker stack.yaml file, which defines the services for both client and server. So the version of the Docker Compose used here is 3.8, and 2 services, client and server, are created here, and the images are pulled from the Harvard Registry, and I have created the data-net using overlay driver network that is used for communication between the nodes in the Docker Swarm cluster. So let's exit from it. Now let's list the services that are running. Okay, there are 3 services running: Data-client, Data-server, and Portainer. There are four replicas of each database client and database server. So let's check it from the Portainer. Okay, let's access Portainer on the browser. Username and password. Okay, let's log in. Okay, the server services are up. There are 3 services. Let's check it from here. So database client, database server and Portainer, 3 services are running. We can see clearly on the Portainer from the browser, and these are the list of nodes. Okay, now in order to see the different number of services running on the Portainer, let's scale the 4 replicas of the client and also the 4 replicas of server. Okay, let's list the services. Okay, now let's check it from the Portainer on browser. Alright, okay, there are 4 server and 4 client services running on the Portainer, and Portainer service is running on the manager too. Alright, again 2 services, 2 client services and 2 server services are running on the alright, the replicas of client also 4. Now let's clear it and list the services. Okay, and again view from the Swarm visualizer. Yes, so 4 server and 4 clients are running, and Portainer is running on the manager too. We can see clearly. Now let's access the server from the browser. Okay, API is running message. Let's open the client also. Okay, on 3000 port. So this is the app where we can add the item, and we can see it here on the MongoDB Atlas. At first there are no any items. Now let's add it from the front end part of the app. Okay, item 01, testing item 01. So let's save item. We can see it is updated. Okay, let's check it on the database also. So it is also reflected on the database, testing item and item 01. Again let's add another item, item 02. Adding item 02 on the list. Okay, it will be reflected here. Let's save item. Yeah, it is. Again on the browser also, on the database also, it is listed. Now let's, okay, 2 items are on the list. So let's delete the item 01 from the database. Yeah, and let's refresh the client side of the database. Yes, it is also reflected. The changes are reflected on the database side. front-end side of the database also. Okay, so still our services are running. So everything is working quite good. Now let's check the running service processes from the worker 01. Okay, 3 services are running, 2 client and server. Let's view it, check it on the Portainer. Yes, client and server. So client and server. Also let's check the container that is running on the manager too. Docker container. Okay, yes, yeah, Portainer is running here. Okay, we can type the Docker node ls also, as it is the manager node, so we can view it on the Portainer on browser. Yes, so everything working good. Thank you.